it.
I fucking hate being against the wall.
Made it.
I mean that literally and figuratively.
Can't even touch the wall. Hi, everybody. Don't touch the wall.
Don't dare me.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? We came in so hot today, guys. My God.
Speaking of hot, the fan isn't on, and that's bothersome.
Yeah, it is. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Live on Two Wheels, your weekly motorcycle live show here on YouTube Live, and then cataloged. That sounded like in my ears. That was hilarious. Sorry, Trey. So, guys, this is your weekly motorcycle live show here on the Chase on Two Wheels channel and the Live on Two Wheels channel. If you guys are watching us on the Chase on Two Wheels channel, please go over to the Live on Two Wheels. That's where I can see your comments, and I want to interact with all of you lovely, lovely individuals that for some reason are choosing to spend your time on Thursdays with us. We love you very long.
Must have nothing else to do.
Or they're just great fans and love the work we do, Beau. That's an option as well. Oh, I gotta take a deep breath, man. Today's been hot.
Yeah, you're gonna pass out.
I'm gonna pass out today. So guys, today it's everybody's favorite. Well, I'm pretending it's everybody's favorite show. It's my favorite show that we do here on Live on Two Wheels. It is Path to Upgrade. So, what if you guys are new? What Path to Upgrade is we choose somebody from a community post we do over on the Chase on Two Wheels YouTube channel, and we ask you guys what's your bike history? What have you been riding? What type of riding do you do? And then me and Beau take that information and basically tell you what your next 3 bikes should be. And then subsequently argue back and forth of why we each think our own answers are correct. If I remember,
the stars aligned the last one.
They do, and I've noticed a couple, like almost every one of these Path to Upgrades, you pick a motorcycle that wasn't even in my brain space, and I'm like, that was the right answer. I feel like that's happened multiple times, so I can't wait to see if that happens again. I kind of went a little off the rails this time, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Bikes P, Multistrada V4.
I actually learned something while doing the research on what this person's bike should be. But if you guys, like I said, Path to Upgrade's my favorite one. I mean, I feel like it helps me reorient with what is out in the market.
It just makes me think of other adventure bikes.
So it makes me think of the Multistrada. It makes you think of other ADV bikes. That's funny.
Yep.
So guys, that's Live on Two Wheels. That's what we're going to do tonight. It should be a pretty fun show. We're excited. As you can see, we're in the new set. We're back to normal. We got Trey back, so we can be in a normal situation.
Your side is starting to get stuff.
We are, yeah.
I have got stuff in my Amazon cart.
You have a cart. I'm just making use of the things I have in the shop,
including no surprise to anyone.
Do you have a plant in there?
A 4-foot artificial pine.
A 4-foot
palm tree. A 4-foot artificial palm tree.
So we're just gonna keep working with. I'm gonna be the industrial side, and you're just gonna be nature. Okay. All right, guys. Whoo. All right. So we're getting through this. Live on Two, barely. So if you guys, here's big news. Here's super exciting news for this show. What have we always asked for? Reviews on Apple, right? Yes. Currently, the only thing I can do is like, hey, yep.
Idiot.
Wow.
I'm a dumb.
You're on the same delay they are. Nice job, bud. All right, guys. So one of the big things about the show is it's live. You guys can watch it live with us, but if you don't watch it live with us, it's over on Live on Two Wheels' YouTube channel. Please go over there and subscribe if you're fans of the show. Now, if you don't want to watch it, and you just if you listen to podcasts and stuff like that, Live on Two Wheels is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. We have a brand new thing we get to talk about. Check out what I got made. Can you see, Trey? Can you see these in my screen or in my monitor? These are Live on Two Wheels decals.
All right, we just turned Canadian. Go to my camera.
How cool is that?
I'm all kinds of blurry. Not you, but the sticker. Oh, okay.
All right, guys, check it out. Well, there's that. We have exclusive Live on Two Wheels decals. Now, if you're fans of the show, you might be asking yourself, Chase, those are so cool. And they're way higher quality than I thought they would be, which is a bad statement to say, but it's okay. So we're not selling these. The only way to get one of these decals is you go to Apple Podcast and you give us a review, and I'm going to read reviews every single week. And if we read your review, we will send you a decal for free.
Oh, look at that.
So here's my goal. Okay, I'm going to make it public. I want over 100 reviews by the end of the year. That's a lot because we currently got 35. We're officially on review mode. That's what we want. We need you guys to do it. So if you want decals, totally free. We're throwing them out to you. All you got to do is review the show over on Apple Podcast. We're doing that so that the show can grow organically. So
by forcing it.
By forcing it. No, like, so as far as podcasts go, from what I understand, reviews are like the main thing. Like on YouTube, we want click through and we want watch time. Over here on the podcast side, we want reviews. So guys, band together, 100 by the end of 2022. I think we can do it. There's more than that people watching the show, so we should be able to do that. I believe in you guys to get us there. We're trying to get to number 2 motorcycle podcast. Maybe by the time we're number 2, we'll have an entire set.
There's a lot more motorcycle podcasts out there than we realized.
Yep, 100%.
So it is a bold statement to go right for number 2.
If we're not even
fair, we're like, hey, here's this new FC that we created. Also, we're playing in the championships tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, that's probably been true the whole time. We're just learning as we go, even though we're on year 2 of doing this. Okay. So guys, that's what we're really putting. Look at this. I'm gonna tempt everybody. Look at this. I'm just gonna put them. Look at that. Look at all these decals. Haha.
Calling it decals.
Okay, there we go. All up in the front. Whoo! All right, that's the exciting news, guys. Also, shout out to what's the company? Sticker Mule.
Sticker Mule.
Bro, they have such good.
They're
decals.
really high quality.
When these came in this week, I was like, guys, what the hell? Super excited about those. All right, guys, so another one of the ways we like to interact with you guys is our Discord. We have a Discord server. We have specific pages for Live on Two Wheels. So I'm going to jump over into our Discord real quick. And Trey, if you don't mind showing my screen for a minute. So, guys, here's our Discord server full of motorcycle people that just appreciate two wheels, probably like you. So if you go to our Discord server here on the left, there's Live on Two Wheels.
Why am I in your shot?
Got a little bow in my shot. So Live on Two Wheels here. If we click into that,
does this need to go this way?
Hold on. There's a thread. You can click on that thread there or up here. Season 2, episode 32. That is what this is. So, wow. Okay, already on it. So, guys, at the last 5 minutes of the show, we're going to jump into our Discord and we're going to look through memes. Now, I want to apologize for this setup because last week I asked you guys to do a lot of memes, and then the charger that I had controlling my laptop, which is how we see memes, died. Laptop was totally toast. So we weren't able to look at all the memes that you guys absolutely crushed. That's my fault. Thank you, Ghost. I do appreciate that. All right, so this week I've got
looking for that sound effect for the video today, and I couldn't find that specific one.
Well, so I've got a full battery on my laptop. It should have no problem with lasting unless I ruin the battery with last week's cable.
If only we had like plugs that we could plug your fucking laptop into.
There are so many plugs on the other side of that table. All right, so that's what we will be later in the show, guys. So for now, let's get through to the front part of the show so we can get into Path to Upgrade. What?
That's not going to last.
What?
Your laptop.
It's going to last. It's going to be fine. Yeah. All right. So first up, speaking
sack of shit.
It's not time for housekeeping yet. So we got speaking of all the Discord stuff, we have a moto photo section, which is by far my favorite. And Beau, I think you'll enjoy this little photo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So our Discord user Rackhouse Moto, which Rackhouse Moto also has a motorcycle podcast. So this is competition we're shouting out right now. But shout out to Rackhouse Moto. Thank you for being a user over on our Discord. Every time I see the fucking Triumph Scrambler,
there was a couple of them that ride.
it pisses me off because like I feel like I'm honing in on what bike I want. Everybody knows like my ADV bike is basically just a bunch of balloons and I'm just throwing darts at it.
Yeah.
And the Scrambler, every time I see one, I'm like,
it's good looking bike.
Damn that Scrambler though. Yeah, so I don't know. Really awesome photo here. I want to go ride ADV, and this photo makes me sad because I can't. So thank you, Rack House Moto, for posting this and making me realize what I want in life and currently don't have. Okay, so also we have another Discord user, Hackman8, with a CBR either 500 or 300. Honda does such good reds. I like this a lot. Nice job, Hackman.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it always, when we film it, turns pink.
Thank you, Canon.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so those are our Discord users. Make sure to go.
The best flush tones in all camera color shanks.
You done?
Sorry.
Cool. All right, guys, so...
it's sore subject. I hate that.
This is a sore subject, isn't it? All right, guys, so that's all our Discord stuff. Make sure to go check out Discord if you're a Discord-style person. The place is fire. It's hilarious when I jump into Discord when I have a chance. All right. Ghost Tip of the Week time, baby. Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, guys. Ghost Tip of the Week.
So excited.
Sponsored by our buddy and Spectral Producer, Ghost on Two Wheels. Here we go. Ghost Tip of the Week. Tequila won't solve all your problems, but it's probably worth a shot.
Hey. Hey.
That's poignant because yesterday...
He was drunk.
I wish. So I was fun story, kind of into housekeeping thing. I was off yesterday because my mom and my grandma came in town to celebrate my mom's birthday. Shout out to my mom, happy birthday yesterday. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and on the back of the shirts of the people at the Mexican restaurant, it said, "Save water, drink tequila." So that's funny. And Ghost didn't know about that story, so that's pretty interesting that you posted that.
Fun story.
Yeah. So if you guys want to follow Ghost, that's his Instagram tag, at Ghost on Two Wheels. Make sure to go follow him on Instagram. He posts these every single week. Thank you, Ghost, for the hilarity and poignantness. Moving on.
You good?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have our Quick Shifter segment. If you guys are new, the Quick Shifter segment is basically a way for us to talk about news quickly. Hence the shifter. All right, I'm going to change my audio so you guys can actually hear it. Oh, wait, you can hear it. Well, this is great news. I didn't ruin things. I'm surprised with myself right now.
Good deal.
Especially with how hot we came into this video. Or this live show.
It's not even a video.
I don't even know. What is my name? All right, guys. Quick Shifter segment. Let's go. Let's see what's up with the world.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that.
That's fine. Bad idea putting a lozenge in right before the show.
Can't even say.
Radar confirmed for the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT with patents showing it's located in the gapping hole.
Oh my God.
In the gaping hole that was between the headlights. Thank you. This is what the Tracer 9 needed. After riding a multistrada with radar,
I'd say it needs much more than that.
It needs more than that, but this is putting the right tools into the right bike, and I love seeing this. If I'd have had that on the iron butt, I would have been in a better spot.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's possible. I just think.
Also, my car has this shit, and I love it.
Polishing turds.
Don't you dare.
Triumph to unveil the 60th anniversary James Bond edition, looking like the Speed Triple. RR will get the 007 treatment.
I am so excited for this. Trey's been talking about it being the villain bike, and this is going to be so sick. There's also,
I mean, yeah,
there is
cool.
only 60 of these being made. Do you know how expensive they're going to be?
Well, it's an RR.
It's a beautiful bike, though.
It's beautiful to look at.
I would rather it be this bike that you're going to put up in your rich ass office thing.
Nah, don't buy bikes to fucking display.
But you know the people that buy that, nobody's going to buy this and ride it.
Yeah,
well. They'll ride it like through the red carpet or some shit. Nobody's going to go out. You're not going to see this on the street when you're riding around. Oh God, Suzuki seems to set. Oh my God, seems set.
Damn it.
To bring in a new parallel twin to power its middleweight bikes such as the SV650 and the V-Strom 650, but with an engine size around 800 cc's estimated. Huh. That's interesting.
The new, what was it? The new V-Strom that they just, it looks pretty
The
good.
1050?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they're going to start putting all their R&D into their not race bikes since they're fucking off on that thing.
Yeah, that would actually be awesome if we saw Suzuki take their like energy and move it to that.
Yeah. Since the stream crapped out last week, maybe now we can hear Chase and Beau's 30-second thoughts on the new MV Agusta and KTM Dale. Go. I don't even remember.
KTM is going to be the distributor for MV Agusta.
Oh. Cool. That's the US distributor.
Basically.
Yeah. MV's coming. I mean, yeah, a lot of the MV Agustas now don't have the same nostalgia and like like it was a dream bike when I was a teenager.
I think the more we get to see MV Agustas, the happier I am. I love the way MV Agustas look. And if I get more chance to ride them, I'm happy.
Brutality in here, I'll be fine.
Bro, you kidding me? Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, bro, we got 2.5 minutes left.
No.
I have a feeling we're about to get roasted for last week.
Last week was a steaming pile of garbage.
Not garbage. It was a good episode.
It was a good
episode.
We
have a lot of information in it.
We fucking set that bitch on fire. Oh no.
I'm so
love
scared
it already.
I'm scared about what's about to happen. Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, my God. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's fantastic.
When you have to listen to another scatterbrained rant by Chase and you're about to find your resting place.
Your the tank bag. Laser eyes. It's a running joke in this shop.
It is.
Big boner, little boner.
Oh, no.
It's made by Goonie Jr.
Oh, no. When you're in a dead zone and snag a swing. Jesus Christ.
I hope I brought everything.
Me on an ATV bike. Oh, God.
And the wife decides she's going, the suitcases.
All the suitcases.
It's me when I pack.
I use the affiliate link, so C2W got 2,380.
All the Farkles.
Right. Could be hilarious.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, no. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm scared. The Forsaken Memes of episode 31. May they be remembered in perpetuity.
Yes, but at least Chase made it home on time.
I did make it home on time. Thanks. We got you.
That's good.
Oh, God. Claps in the chat for Ghost, guys.
Yeah.
He does such a good job.
Yes.
My God.
I love the Wii. Wee!
That's so good. Ghost, you're a national treasure. All right, guys. All right, that was a quick shifter segment, and of course our post quick shifter segment. Yeah. Housekeeping
post
time.
Credits.
Our post credit scene of there we go.
Hey.
Thank you.
All righty, guys. Housekeeping segment. What happened around the shop this week?
Well, the last time we were in was going to a wedding, so
True.
That happened.
How was that?
The wedding was great.
Okay, and we'll leave it at that, I guess. It sounds like you don't want to dive into that.
Because I had told you I was going to camp, and I gave you a brief little.
Give us the brief.
So I picked out a great spot.
Well, so last week, Beau went to a wedding in Northeast Georgia.
Northeast Georgia. Yeah.
Okay, so he figured he took off Friday.
Yeah.
May it be known, his boss gave him Friday off.
Yeah. Let me go on Friday.
And then he figured he'd go up there, stay in a hotel, do the whole wedding thing, and the next day ride around and then camp. Because as you guys know, Beau's, you've got your getting your camp thing better, your setup. Mm-hmm. So you upgraded your camp stuff from the SmartCon that you went to because you camped in the backyard of an Airbnb. Like a child. So now you're on basically level 2 now.
Yeah, camp bag was all set to go.
Take it from here, bud. How'd it go?
I went into the mountains. So we went on a trip, one of the meetups to brass down bald.
We did, and your asthmatic ass almost died.
Yeah, because I didn't take my allergy medicine, and I started walking up in spring in
You
the
were just
forest.
turned
And
around.
as soon as I hit it, it was a wall of pollen, and my lungs started going like, "Hey, we're about to fuck you up." And I didn't have my inhaler on me, so I have allergy-induced asthma. So I was like, "This is the worst of both things."
I don't want to die.
I have nothing to help me.
This place is beautiful, but I don't want to die
I
here.
sat in the. So my first goal was like, I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna go up and see what everybody else saw.
Mm-hmm.
They get there, and they're having some sort of event. So yet again, I couldn't go. So I stopped and I took some pictures and whatnot, and then headed into the mountains. And there was a place that we saw on the Triumph Customer Appreciation Ride, where Rackhouse Moto was with us, and they had some primitive sites. Here's the thing. I should have dipped my toe in camping, and I fucking cannonballed.
I was about to say, you were like, I don't know how cold it is, but...
And I belly flopped into primitive camping, like 6 miles from any phone service, and 20 miles from any like paved road. Everything was going great
Up until...
So there's two things I could be real brief about. One, it was beautiful. It was serene.
I can
and
confirm I've seen
peaceful.
photos and videos, so...
Gorgeous, right next to a river with like little tiny rolling rapids. Amazing. It's so boring. It's just so fucking boring. I just wish somebody was there. I think I even said it. I'm like putting together a video about it. I think I said in the video that I was like, I wish my wife was here, because at least there'd be like somebody that like I get along with and in positions where you're not doing anything. We're just chilling and we could just talk and enjoy what is here. So that's number one. I came to the realization that I like doing all of these things. I hate doing them by myself, which was
A good realization.
Good
to have.
lesson to learn. That, however, is not when I decided fuck that weekend. What happened, the weather was supposed to be beautiful all weekend. I checked
Multiple
a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And Sunday morning,
You're
at
sleeping...
4 a.m. in my super comfortable and spacious tent.
Ooh.
And I wake up to the sound of a little pitter pat on the on the tent, and I go, I hope you're not going to do what you think you're going to do. And then it just shit on me for 3 hours. So it pulled back enough for me to get my camp put back in the bag, and then leave, and then try to make it down the mountain.
So you got absolutely hosed on.
Oh yeah.
So,
But it was fun. I didn't hate it. I just realized I would have enjoyed it more with a fellow person.
so you would have two people being like, "Oh man,
Well,
this
at
sucks."
least then it's like, it is what it is. But it's just me going like, how the fuck am I gonna get down this mountain by myself? Luckily, they had just graded it in the last like week, so it didn't get super muddy.
So, would you do it by yourself again? Would you intentionally put yourself in that situation if it was a new area and you found some interest in that area?
Maybe.
Oh, so it's not totally out yet.
It's not totally out,
Okay.
but I definitely would like to try this with a person. Also, primitive camping is nice, but shitting in the woods is not fun. I just want to
Straight to the straight. Okay, well,
I just want to say like, more power to you.
may it be known, shitting in the woods not the best situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was that, and then
So that was your weekend.
weekend,
And then you came in
the
on
week,
Monday.
Yes, and the week has been busy.
Yeah. We have well, for one, we finally made the video. I think we told you guys on Live on Two Wheels when it actually happened. But we put the video out of the server crashing.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, we're live, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate everybody who is giving us advice and whatnot. And while I would love to hang out with Linus Tech Tips, and the offer is on the table.
You definitely read those comments,
Yeah.
didn't you?
I'm going to clarify some stuff so that people understand where we're at. Okay, so
Just so you know, none of the people that commented are
I
going
know,
to see this.
but I'm putting it out there in the world, because if I don't say it, I'm gonna
blow up.
I'm gonna put my head through a wall. I have 15 years of IT experience. So all of your suggestions were already done. It is in RAID. It is locally backed up. It is externally backed up. It is a NAS. It is externally backed up. Everything's running through an internal network that's on a 10 gig network. And then we do cloud backup for archiving. All of the things that you guys have mentioned. That's not what happened. The motherboard just died.
Yeah, this is one of the things about YouTube is one.
And our RAID, by the way, is still intact and fine, and all the data is on the server.
So,
thank you.
So if you guys haven't seen the video, we titled it "We Lost Everything," and which we technically did for a period of time. We lost
access.
Well, you know,
it's a very YouTube
it's
thing.
A syntax error, if you know what I'm saying. So any time and this has been since I've done YouTube. It's one of the weird things about doing this job is when bad things happen, you have a buffer because when a bad thing happens, you now get excited because you get to make a video which is going to be clickbaity, but not clickbait because it's real. So it's like we lost access to the server. I had to buy a $1,400 server, but in my head, my sick fucking YouTube brain.
You should clarify this too. They fixed it, send it back, and we're returning the one that you purchased.
Yeah, so I didn't even have to buy anything.
Exactly.
So like, but you get into this moment of like, initially you have your regular human brain that's like, oh no. And then like 30 seconds later, the sick YouTube brain kicks in. You're like, oh no. Clickbaity title, I see. Yeah, welcome to my life.
Sitting on my phone
though. Did we lose anything? No. We actually, so we have a QNAP server. I'm not going to go into this too much, but like we were able to just take all of our shit out of the old one, put it in a new one where the motherboard worked, and it just worked. Yep. So good stuff. If you guys are looking for a NAS, I can highly recommend QNAP. We use the absolute shit out of it.
We edit directly off of it too.
Yeah, I mean we've
remotely
upgraded it with SSDs and shit. But okay, so that was a good that video. You want to talk about subscriber interest? Very high on that one. I was surprised.
We lost subs on that one.
We lost 29 subs.
If you can't hear Trey, he just informed us that we lost 29
that was
subs.
Yesterday, I'm sure it's good.
That's amazing.
Nailed it. Fuck them.
Yes. That was spicy.
Well, no, I did see. Oh my god, that was so funny. So I saw one comment that made me laugh so hard. And the comment, I'm not going to be able to quote it, but it said something to the degree of, "I'm totally over this channel. There's always something happening." And in my head, I'm like, if nothing was happening, there would be no videos.
Yeah. This is the reason I don't make videos on my own channel today, because I do dick all. It's not exciting to watch a guy sit in traffic for an hour and a half.
It was just like, oh my god, you fucking idiot.
You don't click on the videos where we don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, cool.
Do the math.
No, I'm just going to spend the next 10 years of my life making super fucking man rides to work.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
Just going to be
That's
a
it.
boring ass video.
Though? You know what? I bet you if somebody did, if that's the only video they ever made, just riding quietly to work, and they upload it every day.
I mean, there's inevitably going to be a spike.
There's a guy that on YouTube still, and he's been making videos since like 2011, and all he does is quiet. He just opens a bottle of water and drinks it, and that's it. That's the end of the video.
He still makes that video?
And he's been uploading every day for like 10 years.
Okay. So good we love him. Congrats.
Also, stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated. So that was hilarious. So we did tell you guys last week, and it's still true-ish. We have a video that became a little bit of a monster this week. We have
a little bloated.
We have a video where we basically take the top 9 security systems for your motorcycle.
Revzilla's article.
Out of Revzilla's article, they did their own internal testing and came up with the 9 best items to keep your bike safe. So we got the opportunity to be given all of those items to test them. So we did. That video it was supposed to come out today. When I got in this morning, because I was gone yesterday, like I said, I checked the video out, and I know how good that video can be. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? We're going to push all of our videos this week back one day. So tomorrow morning, The video's done as of when we started. You got the final render going, so I'm super excited for you guys to see that. It is a bit long at 30 minutes, but it's packed. Like, Beau,
It's a good watch.
You called me yesterday and you were like, hey.
This is a meaty bitch.
So you were like, this video's 30 minutes, but I want you to know, to get it to 30 minutes, I cut so much out. And I'm like, dude, you do whatever you got to do. I want a super interesting video. We had hacksaws, we had bolt cutters, we had circular saws with cutoff.
Angle grinder.
Angle grinder, sorry. We had... Should have brought a chainsaw in. But that video is going to be awesome. It's going to be out tomorrow morning. I think you guys will really like it. And if you're in the market for some sort of security, I would watch that video, because I don't want to spoil the video. Our findings
You'll be
were
able
not...
to make more informed decisions.
Yes. Our findings were not 100% the same as Revzilla's. That I can say that.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Safe to say.
And then, of course, we have a first strike coming out. It will come out on Saturday. We have a Ducati Hyperstrada, which is a very strange amalgamation motorcycle.
It's a hypermotard. That's it.
Don't spoil it. Okay.
Spoiler: this bike from 2014.
No, cut the stream.
I don't know if you know this. There was enough room on that door for Jack. Spoiler.
Anyway, all right. There's been a lot going on around the shop, so our little preamble has been quite long. But let's get to the.
I was praying for the hurricane to come tomorrow, so I could just take a fucking day off. No, I mean, my sympathies.
When you saw the cold front come down and it goes sideways,
my
you were
sympathies,
like,
I literally said out loud, it was dead quiet in my living room, and I go, fuck! And Marley was like, what the hell? And I'm like, it's not going to hurricane on us tomorrow. She's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I need a break.
That's actually hilarious. All right, so let's actually get to Path Upgrade, shall we? All right, guys. So this week, Path to Upgrade number 5, pretty interesting. So we have Jeremy Sabelli. I'm going to go with Sabelli. So I'm going to read Jeremy's message that he left, and then I will say Ghost has redacted the I'm going to be definitely getting motorcycle. Obviously, you don't want to taint the readings. All right, so Jeremy Sabelli. Hello, I've been riding for 2 years now, mostly city with some commuting on the highway. He started on a Ninja 300, which was fun at first, but hated the buzzy lawnmower type engine. He switched then to a Suzuki S40, believe it or not, didn't even know what that was, which had more displacement, so the torque was fun in the city. Just sold that bike to upgrade. Next one will definitely be a redacted. What would you guys get? Thanks, Jeremy. First off, thank you, Jeremy, for submitting that.
Yeah,
these videos are so fun for us, honestly, like I said earlier. So we've got here Ninja 300, which, as you guys know now, Ninja doesn't even do 300s anymore. They've kind of updated to the 400.
Yes, sir.
And then this is a Suzuki S40.
S40 Boulevard.
S40 Boulevard. Okay. Pretty cool looking bike, honestly. It looks like just like a tiny little cruiser if you guys are just listening.
It's like a mid-cc, 600-ish.
Yeah, pretty neat. So that's his riding. It's mostly city. He doesn't like the small displacement sound of an engine. And does a little bit of highway. So would you like to do your first pick, Beau?
Yeah, let me go into our bike map. I got my Milo note working, by the way.
I was going to ask you earlier. Guys...
It's not been fun.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow. Opposite directions. Okay.
So, started on the Ninja, went to a Boulevard, found out, hey, torque of cruiser is mo fun.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Continue.
Then horsepower of sport bike.
Huh.
And decided to give it another shot with a bigger displacement.
Okay.
Because the S40 is a good little round town bike.
Right.
But anytime you do some miles on it,
you feel it.
You feel it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went with, what is this, a Honda Rebel 1100. Okay.
I picked this one because the price for an 1100cc with the tech that this thing has, this bike makes more sense than any other like cruiser in that kind of class, which would be like, I include like the Iron 883 from Harley, the Yamaha Bolt, those kind of things.
Right.
This is basically the Africa Twin motor
Okay.
with a lot of good tech.
I find it
in
fascinating how engines can be
Yeah.
just utilized all over the
Yeah.
place. That's pretty cool.
And-
I've been
and
wanting to
it's-
ride one
and
of
it's,
these.
And it's been said that this thing feels less like a cruiser. And
So that's what you got. So
Yeah.
up at Mountain, we've seen a Rebel 1100 and we've seen a Rebel 300. And every time we've scheduled to go do a first ride on them,
Yeah.
they get snatched up right before we get there. So I've been wanting to ride one of these Rebels.
for the money and for the tech included.
MSRP is only $9,399.
Brand fucking new.
Oh.
Yeah. So
That's
it's like
a great price for an
great
1100.
price.
And it's a Honda, so it'll run
you get the
longer than you will.
extra headroom for some comfortable like miles, and you can. The OEM and aftermarket for this is pretty good. The
Right.
OEM has like touring accessories, like a little Batwing fairing, some bags and stuff like that. So you could kind of kit it out as a mini tour
Right.
if you wanted to go do a road trip or something.
Gotcha.
But it'll be fun tooting around in the city and in the mountains.
I mean, as the residential, not much of a cruiser guy, like, I think the Rebels look great. I love how the tank is at the same angle as the tubular frame and everything. I think this is a great looking bike.
Yeah.
That's super interesting that
yeah,
you
like
went down
like
that
the
path.
feeling of the punchy torque that
Yeah.
cruisers have.
So
That's where my brain went.
I already know, like, just off of
What
your
did you
first answer, I was like, I'm like, wow, I whoopsied when I should have oopsied. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we got to get to mine before we get to that. All right,
did you
guys.
do?
So my first pick. If you guys have watched Path to Upgrade before, you know that I like starting at Craigslist. I don't know why, but I've done that for every episode. I can't talk about that. Never mind. I was on Craigslist and I found some stuff I got really excited about. But my first pick is a used 2018 Yamaha MT-07. MSRP is only $7,000, or MSRP meaning this guy is only asking for $8.
The asking
for
price
$7
is-
grand. The asking price, yeah.
Because that's not MSRP.
No, it's not. It's by definition. By definition, it's not the
Manufacturer
MSRP.
recommended. So.
Okay, so here's where I went. The main thing I read when I was hearing, reading through his thing was he liked the Ninja, but the only thing he didn't like about it was the buzzy engine.
I see. This is
Which I totally understand.
I love that I know you as a person, and as soon as I saw the words "buzzy lawnmower" and then the next bike was a cruiser, I knew immediately your brain was going to go like, "Oh, it's not that he doesn't like sport bikes. He didn't like that one, so he decided to try a cruiser. Then he's going to go back to sport bikes."
So anyway,
Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm trying to describe why it's the MT-07, Beau. Okay, so
It says in capital letters, "much better sounding motor."
don't you read my own text for me. Okay, so he's in the city. Shut up, Ghost. Don't you circle my shit. All right, so he's in the city, and to this day, when Yamaha loaned us the MT-07, I have not ridden a loaner bike more than I rode the MT-07 when Yamaha gave it to us.
Facts.
It just wheelies so easily.
Okay, well, that has to be
it's
the first
light.
thing that you...
I've never wheeled anything better than the MT-07. Anyway, amazing city bike. Any of the MT line is a great city bike.
It's also great on gas.
It's great on gas because the engine's not crazy. It has a parallel twin, I believe. I know it has a twin. I think it's a parallel twin. Which is going to have like a little thumpiness to the sound of the motor, and then MT-07s shockingly sound great if you put an exhaust on them. So clearly,
I don't know why that's shocking.
well, because like you wouldn't think that like the MT-07 is basically one upgrade from the Ninja 300. You know, it's like it's close enough to that 650 class. So to go from, and I totally get what he's saying. The Ninja 300. It does sound a little lawnmower-y. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, is that a really fast lawnmower? Is that a...
That's pretty true about most singles.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So you go to that parallel twin, you're going to get that thumpiness. You're going to get a lot of torque from that MT-07 because Jiminy Christmas. It's still super light, so in city it's going to be easy to use. You got handlebars, so the maneuverability. Handlebars is like the key to city riding. Handlebars and upright body position is going to get you
I just,
so
as a
far.
40-year-old man, fuck clip-ons. I'm done with them.
So right tool for the right job, right?
I agree with you on this.
Right tool for the job, because like if I'm on a racetrack,
Ninja 300 had a twin.
Wow.
I thought it was
so I guess a bigger twin sounds great, or sounds better. So if I'm on a track though, I do want clip-ons. I want to be in the right body position. That being said, how often do I do a track day?
I've seen people do it with a.
Bro, I've seen people on a Diavel slay a track day. So like you can do whatever you want. So this is kind of, so with my MT-07 pick, this is kind of the, my arrow is cocked back in this direction and I'm firing. And I've fired actually. I can't do anything afterwards.
Your next two picks are just going to be escalations of this. Okay.
It's not an MT-09 and it's not an MT-10, I'll tell you that. So at least, but that's the thought process I have, because like, look, I now have an MT-10 and I have the Harley Davidson Sportster S. I love them both, but if I'm riding them in city, dude, there's no way I'm going on the Sportster S comparatively. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like that uprightness, and I can be like, woohoo, let's go.
There is a definite and clear thought process that you can glean from watching both of us decide which bikes that we feel are the upgrade.
You think your picks are gonna kind of?
I think you'll see a pattern for both of us. Like your pattern is like, okay, what was the problem with the first one? Why'd you change to the second one?
Yeah.
Fix that problem, and then go up from there in power. That's usually where yours lies. When you make so I'm curious about your next
That's relatively true, but like one of the things I consider a lot is the style of riding that he says he does. Yeah. But like you said though,
did he say what style of riding he
does?
It's
mostly city and then like sometimes highway. So that's honestly like my pillar for my decisions. And then once I decide one thing, like I've ridden all these bikes most of the time, so like I know how they feel, and I know that once you ride one, you know, like you get so locked in on a bike with like what it's missing, it's almost like you overcompensate on the next bike. So I try to keep all of that.
You don't think about like, what if that's not all he wants to do, but what? See, I think of it like this. I'm like, does city and some highway, but is that because he hasn't been exposed to it, or because he doesn't want to do it?
So I went down that path one of these episodes. I went like,
now you went,
he's going to like dirt roads.
Overcompensated super hard.
I did exactly what I just said.
There's like a, for me, and you'll see it in my next pick, there's a definite growth pattern to the way that I think about it. It's like, oh, that opened up a new avenue.
So how many Harleys did you put on here?
I guess we'll see.
Oh, all right. So we need
to go to an ad.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Run it. All right. So we're gonna jump to an ad real quick, guys, and then it's pick 2 time. What's going on, guys? This episode of Live on Two Wheels is brought to you by Revzilla's RPM membership. What that is basically a membership program that only costs $60 a year, not a month, but a year, and you get a ton of rewards from it. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Revzilla. So if you're buying a lot of motorcycle gear, especially on Revzilla, this could be really interesting for you. Check out all of the things you get for this. So you're gonna get free 2-day shipping and returns. You're gonna get 10% off exclusive brands. You're gonna get 5% cash back, period. Also, for you first-time members, you're gonna get $15 in cash back from the moment you get this membership. It's also gonna include early access to sales and phone lines and exclusive events. So if you're somebody that buys a ton of gear and could find a lot of value in this RPM thing, by all means, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the show by going to that link. And thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode.
RPM membership also applies to cycle gear and J&P cycles. There, I updated the ad.
We'll see you guys with the rest of the show.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it this time.
You don't get to see my face being like,
it's so weird.
Alrighty, guys. So any of you guys that use the RPM network thing, thank you guys so much. It really does help the channel out. What other way to help the channel out if you guys aren't into the RPM thing? Just buying stuff on Revzilla with our affiliate links, huge help. We're doing a big push with affiliate links right now. And this thing, Brake Bike Rebuild. If you guys want to win motorcycles that we build, we would love you to sign up as low as $5 a month.
We'll give them away.
Yeah, eventually we will. Huh? On WBRgarage.com. Where you get double entries. You're welcome. All right, Beau, Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I can't wait to see the Harley 883 that you put on here.
No. Okay, so we started off with a Rebel 1100.
We did.
Got a little bit more power.
We did.
And now...
What? No!
Well, Honda NC 750X.
Fuck you. You tried to plant the seed of misunderstanding in me, making me think you were going to do one thing, and then you pulled the old whoopsie.
So now,
yeah, you got some explaining to do. Why is Home Dude on a Honda NC 750X?
because now you have done, you've got the cruisery punch, your torque, right? That's what he chased.
he's got the torque. He
Had fun
solved his
doing
torque
that,
addiction.
right? Liked the S40.
Okay.
Wanted to bump it up. Now it's like, okay, I really enjoy just riding this thing for long distances and blah,
Okay.
blah, blah. But I kind of miss the fun, like, nimbleness and wind it out of a
Okay.
sport bike.
Gotcha.
And I kind of want to find something that does both of those things. So this is a a sport touring in that realm.
Okay.
The NC7X, its weight is down low
Right.
because it has its frunk and the gas tank's underneath the seat.
Oh, this is that one. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can do long miles. It's got a windscreen. It's comfy. It's a Honda, so it's damn near bulletproof.
Right.
And its MSRP is $86.99.
So he's
you're
going
not-
to come out with cash to
You're-
upgrade this
right.
from the Honda 1100.
The accessories, you can get the bags, you can get the boxes.
Not the Bayags.
Bayags.
the Bayags.
You can get the bags, you can get the boxes, you can get all sorts of stuff to make this a touring motorcycle.
Okay.
And then now you're stretching your legs beyond just going some highway. Now you're taking road trips.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
you can take it up to the mountains,
Yep. Have a good time.
have a good time.
Great time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up there. And it's still going to do city.
You got the
super
wind
well.
protection, the best he's ever had at this point.
Yeah.
Also, okay, that's interesting. So you think at this point he's 4 bikes in, probably gonna want to start stretching his legs outside the city.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised he's 2 bikes in and hasn't done that.
Yeah.
Because like bikes are super fun around the city, especially when you're early on. Because I started riding, I
Well,
lived
so
in a
that's the
major
second
city.
Pick. That's the second pick is the thing that did that because the first 2 picks for me
Mm-hmm.
are small time.
Okay.
Right, they're not taking you anywhere.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, they can. Like,
yeah,
they can.
you can. We've had people.
You can do anything on
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand
But
what you're
it's
saying
super
there.
uncomfortable. For me, the Rebel would have been my first taste of like
Yeah.
not screaming off the rev limiter on the interstate.
Yeah, I think that Rebel would have been the first, like, okay, I've got enough power. Because, like, early on in the motorcycle horsepower and torque game, you get to that enough power range.
Yeah.
It's opinionated, but my opinion is, like, the 650 class is the first, it's the lowest level of, I have enough power now to do anything I want. You know what I mean? Like,
On the Trident, man, I felt like that
a
had
great one, yeah.
absolutely everything it needed.
Yeah, so I feel like, because like the 400s, even the R3 punches way above its weight class,
It still has an upper limit.
but it does have a limit to where, at least here in the US, where the highways, like if you're out in Texas, the speed limit's 80 miles an hour on the highway. You are going to be at the upper speed limit on your bike, which is not a place you want to ride comfortably.
Yeah.
But if you're at that 650 level, there's no highway speed that's too much.
I rode FZ6R like
Suzuki
all the way out
SV650,
to
dude. I
the other
rode
end of Alabama.
shit out of that SV650. So, I feel like the 650 class is like the lower limit of, okay, cool. Power's not going to stop me from going anywhere, and I feel like you're probably right that Rebel 1100 is going to be the first time he's like,
taste.
yeah. So he's like, okay, cool. This is what it's like to go as
This
fast.
is opening up the
Now it's out to what do I want to do?
yeah.
I could totally see a person's first bike, if it's not a 650 or above, highway's not going to be a great place. I don't know what highway's like riding where he is, because I don't think he said what city he's in. But if you're in Atlanta, honestly, it is dangerous to be on the highway with anything less than a 400, especially if you're on like 285 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe unless I'm going 85 miles per hour and then have power to like go.
So my thing is like, okay, the Bolt is a perfect example, right? That
What's the CC on the boat?
on the boat?
It's
It's
a watercraft now.
950
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're easily in that range.
Yeah, but it's got 5 gears, and on the interstate, it's just... And I'm like...
Oh, okay.
And that... the bike itself feels good and stable, but that is exhausting. Just wringing its neck, and it takes me an hour to get here.
It's fun for a little while, but like if you're doing it every single day...
If you're doing that for more than like 30 minutes, you're that is taxing on you, and you'll feel that at the end of just going home from work.
Yeah.
I would get there and I would take off my helmet. I'd be like, fuck.
No, yeah, I totally agree.
And all I did was drive home.
Yeah, you didn't do
cruiser.
no detours, no nothing.
Like comfortable.
Yeah. So I think you kind of like you're in a good direction right now, because what if he hasn't liked commuting, because he said he's done light commuting. If I'm on a 250, I don't want to do commuting either. You know what I mean? So that would be interesting. He gets a bigger bike first, and then he does more
commuting
touring.
on that S40 was a lot better than commuting on that 300.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Especially, to get to the speed limit.
Just putting your feet down, too, it is like a world of difference.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I would not have thought you'd have gone this path. I guess I shouldn't be surprised with the current state of affairs with the bikes in the shop. But that's a really interesting point to bring up about you're
opening up those new avenues.
If you don't feel comfortable, you're not going to open those avenues, but you don't even know they're there. I mean, this exact same thing happened until I've been riding for 11, 12 years, however the fuck, and I could have been riding ADV this whole time, but it wasn't until I tasted it a little bit. Same thing happened with you, and now it's like, hold the fuck on now. Everything I've known.
I wish I could go back in time and tell myself not to give up on dirt bikes.
Interesting. But do you think dirt translates to ADV? Because I feel like ADV is like it takes dirt and it takes road, and you have to combine them.
Dirt skills transfer over to street by a ridiculous amount, like 5 to 1.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
And I used to ride dirt bikes as a teenager, and I got one stolen, and then I was just like, well, I'm a teenager in the 90s. I guess I'm not buying another dirt bike.
Right.
So I wish I could go back in time and be like, hey, don't give up.
Hey, little Beau, you got this, bud.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so
the little Beau would have been like, ah! And then died.
You look like me.
The paradox.
I'm pretty sure this is what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah. It's explicitly in the rules of time travel.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 2?
Okay, so number 2 pick,
Oh, so bad. I can't.
Well,
wait. I can't.
Let me preface this one, okay?
Okay.
I will admit that my number 2 pick, I did suffer a little bit from the syndrome of I started shopping and I bent
100%.
I bent the wheel to match.
Yep.
So, to remind everybody, my first pick was the used 2008 MT-07, which is a phenomenal bike. It hasn't changed that much, other than looks from that time.
Yep.
So, my thought process here: he's riding city a lot. He is going to get this little parallel twin.
You mean Chase?
Okay, so he's riding city a lot. He does a little bit of touring, and I think he's going to fall in love with the MT-07, like, honestly. And if one finds themselves falling in love with an MT-07, then it would be natural to want to dive into this a little more.
I have a feeling.
In which case,
Time. I want to read the prediction that I put in.
Okay.
It's either T7 or R7, but continue.
interesting, Trey, how you think it's a T7 or R7, because
it's a T7.
it's a
No, it's an
Ta-da!
Z900.
2022 Kawasaki Z900, specifically this fucking gorgeous red.
Okay.
50th anniversary edition. So the thing about the Z900,
This is definitely you went shopping.
I told you that ahead of time.
Yeah, this is definitely you went shopping.
But here's the thing, though. What happened to me, like, obviously I'm a little different because my job, I ride a lot of motorcycles, but when you ride if you ride on the road, like 95% of riders do, and you ride a naked bike for the first time, and you realize how it's not necessarily amazing at anything, but it's great at everything other than off-road shit, obviously. So I figured with the MT-07, if you're not like a little hoon like I am on it, I think if you really push that bike, you will reach a power limit where you're not getting as much thrills as you want. And if you're all road,
how Chase operates.
if I only have one,
You're not allowed to
experience.
say he anymore. You have to say I, because this is clearly. I remember you seeing the anniversary edition and exclaiming out loud in the shop, like, "God damn!"
I cannot deny if that happened or not.
That's hilarious. That's
So
actually
for
hilarious.
a person that has an MT-07, and I'm seeing Moto Cannon, I know you have an MT-07. That's why I said, if you're a person that is seeking that certain type of thrill, I think you will reach a limit with the MT-07 that you could get with a Z900.
Can I you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Do you want me to elaborate on? Is that what
On
you're
that,
saying?
like, yeah, because you keep saying that, but like you're the only person that I know personally that would have an MT-07 and be like, this is not enough for me to do what I want to do.
If I owned an MT-07, I would keep it. That's what I'm saying. Because I enjoy, like, if you push that bike, it kind of gets sketchy, and I think it's hilarious, and I love it. It makes me laugh, and it makes me have a good time. I wouldn't necessarily make this upgrade, because if I wanted a bike that would push more, I would probably just get a second bike to do that. But if this guy happens to be the type of guy that wants more push, I think a Z900 would be a great option. I love this
Hot
motorcycle.
take, I think it looks so much better than the M209.
I agree with you. Yeah, this is one of the few times that I feel like Kawasaki is killing the game, and it's not just because it's red. Obviously, we all know
Like,
I have a thing for red.
Sorry, no offense to anybody who has an M209 Yanto. Sorry. It's just
Well, I'm not super in love with the MT series right now, as far as the looks go. Kawasaki's, the one thing with the Kawasaki also is you sit kind of low into them. Same thing with Suzuki's. But I think this would be a phenomenal motorcycle. You're going to keep the handlebars. You're going to keep it light.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have the guy would have a great time on this. Just keep in mind, guys, the anniversary edition costs $300 more than the regular one. I also found out, a quick little sidebar while I was doing research for this episode. I was looking into this bike, and I found out that the Z900, they actually offer a SE, which is like Olin suspension, larger diameter forks, like improved suspension setup, Brembo brakes. Pretty neat. So I didn't know Kawasaki made a competitor to the MT-09 SP until I was doing the research. For me personally, so the price jumps from the base, which is $91.99, up to $10,699. So $1,700 difference. I don't know what the difference in the MT-09 and the SP are, but that's a big jump.
it's pretty big.
That's a lot of cash.
But when you're in that realm of cash, it might not seem.
Yeah, that's true. But you do jump into the 5 digits, though.
Yep.
I mean, technically. Obviously, you're going to pay more than 5 digits to get out of the door with $91.99. But right now, I think the Z900 is probably one of the best-looking 900 nakeds out in the market right now. I love the look. I love the red on this. It's just a really cool bike. Heritage Firecracker Red. What a name. But yeah, that's my second pick. I do think once people dip into the nakeds, it's hard to go out of that. I could say with confidence, I'm probably always going to own a naked bike, period. But just because they do everything well.
Interesting.
Here's where Chase fell in love with the Z900, timestamp included. Oh God, I have to click on this now.
Okay. Aspect.
I do want to say, Ghost, fuck you for posting a beautiful looking red Z900 that I now have to click on. Bro.
Let me see.
Look. This is from season 2, episode 27.
The red one up the top.
Oh,
Show
yeah.
the people there.
Look at that.
That's the anniversary edition. It is nice.
This is how distracted I was in this episode by the red. I literally scrolled to the Z900 SE and it didn't even blip my radar. I just went straight to like, oh, red.
Red bike must click.
Shit.
To me, that's a well thought out headlight. And
Yeah.
So clearly we are here for the
Rock fam. Look at that. Rock getting in the Kawasaki.
even then I didn't see anything about
Ridiculous.
That's hilarious. All right, guys. So yeah. So Ghost, thank you. Your researching abilities are.
Z900.
Why will this not go away? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So there you go. Season 2, episode 27, which is literally like 4 ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Just so you guys know, when I leave this show on Thursdays,
Truncates
my
all
brain,
information.
it goes format door. All right. So, Beau, we started out with a Rebel 1100,
Yes.
dipped his toe even farther into the cruiser, opened up into the, we need to figure out a name to call the upper limit of power.
I just think of like actual touring, like touring.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, he got that taste of power, kind of over the cruiser thing, moves into the Honda NC 750X, which is kind of a touring, on-road touring Honda.
Yep.
Next up,
Yeah.
are you ready?
Yeah. Get out of that. I do it. You don't.
Oh,
do
okay.
It.
You want to do it? Fine.
Ah, fuck, man.
What do we got, bud?
Oh, you're.
I said a Harley.
Yeah.
Harley Lowrider S. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this bike, so tell me why you think he's going to go back to the cruiser side, and with a Harley, which is going to be a change from every bike because
Yeah.
they've been all Japanese. So why do you think he's going to go American Harley on it?
I mean, the real answer to that is for that power, for that upper level of price that you're paying.
Yeah, what's the MSRP?
17.
17.53. Whoo-wee.
It's really one of the only names that you can think of that has the dealer support and the metric fuck ton of aftermarket accessory support.
Okay.
So this is biggest displacement on the board.
Okay.
Lots of.
What's the displacement on this?
It's a 114 or a 117, so it's like 1800 cc's.
Shit.
Yeah, big boy.
So you think he's going to go from a
Lots of
750 to
grunts.
1800?
Lots of grunt.
Okay.
You skip out on a little of the top end, just because it's a cruiser.
But similar to that Lowrider ST we had in the shop, you don't even want the top end
It's
on
got
these
the
bikes.
fun stoplight to stoplight. It'll do in city.
That's going to be a hoot in the city.
Right. It's still comfortable because you're low enough in the city that the weight kind of is negligible for these big cruisers when you're tooting around in cities.
Right.
You can strip it down to what it is and then just have a fun little bike. Or
It looks like it has the same gray as that Lowrider ST, which I love the
Yeah.
gray that Harley used for.
And then
that bike.
when it's time to go on big trips, you can have any number of hard cases, soft cases,
Right.
Different fairings, different bars, all different forward controls, floorboards. Like you can spec this out in any number of ways from any number of companies, and you pay 17 grand and you have this bike for the next 10
Right.
years.
And this is with the Milwaukee 8, right? Mm-hmm. Gotcha. The only thing I think that he would run into a problem with, and I've never ridden this bike, so keep that in mind. When I rode the Lowrider ST, the steering, and it to a degree, it's the same on the Sportster S. The steering is really heavy sometimes, and I think riding in the city, it would get exhausting doing the whole like.
Could you try again?
Fuck off.
No, I said as what I wanted to say, Siri, bitch. That would be the only thing I'd worry with that option. But if you're saying that, if your mentality is he's going to kind of evolve into, I got more engine, I can go more places now.
Yeah. So
then I can
my
see
thought
that.
process is this. I would look at. I started on a sport bike,
The FZ6R.
FZ6R. I went to a cruiser, the Bolt, and then I was like, I enjoy the fun of just at fucking from 0 to 60, having that much fun. I like the torquiness of it. Then I go like, okay, he's looking at. I like the torquiness. Let's get some more top end.
And clearly the bike sound is a big deal for him.
Yeah.
And that Harley's going to sound better than
Yeah.
anything on this list. So I totally see
I
that.
think the Honda was like, in my mind, looking at the path to upgrade, the Honda is like okay, I like this. I like being able to go further and be more comfortable.
Yeah.
So there is a bike for that, and that is a
Right.
sport touring bike or a touring bike. And then it is riding that around, realizing like, oh, you can tour on anything. You just have to make it right. So what
Right.
do I like? I like the sound. I like the torque, and that's pretty much what Harleys are.
Yeah, no, I mean,
You know what I mean?
the only thing
that the reason I stuck with a Harley, because my original choice was going to be like an Indian or something like that.
right.
The reason I went with Harley Davidson is just because there's dealers fucking everywhere, and their dealer support, their maintenance, and their maintenance support, like mechanics, and their aftermarket support is fucking outrageous. So
That's a good point. Yeah,
easy peasy.
I think it would
And you
be
keep this bike for like 10 years. 10 plus
yeah,
years.
true. While he slowly pays it off.
Yeah.
I do think it would be interesting to go all Japanese and then go American. So if he built up tools and stuff, that'd be interesting. But it depends. He might not even be a guy that does work on his own bike.
And plus, by the time you get to this Harley, you'll be retirement age, so you'll be able to, you won't have other shit to worry about.
Okay, so your thought process, we don't know how old.
We don't know how long he's keeping each bike, too.
Yeah, true. So you're thinking it's like 15 years per bike, and he retires with the Harley?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like I got Harley money now.
That's an interesting point. So, like, what if you, because, like, the whole joke is guys, they work
I'm
their...
riding this fucking Tiger until it falls apart or catches on fire.
Well, so, like, this mentality of guys that ride Harleys, or at least this old mentality, is guys work their boring-ass corporate job until they retire.
Yeah.
They retire, and they're like, well, now I'm retired, and I'm finally going to get the motorcycle I want. And they go straight, because they have the cash at that point.
Yep.
They've just wasted their life away, like, working for this company, and now they have fun, and they go straight to a Harley. That's interesting if somebody actually rode all the way up until retirement, and then it just happened to end up being like, you know what, the right bike for me is the Harley, because from the outside, you look like the same guy.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're standing next to your bike, clearly if you're
sidebar.
riding it, it's totally different. But
Sidebar, when I went to go get lunch.
today,
Yeah, I saw a. This is the state of the Harley, like, consumer pool, is that I saw a Harley, was it the 48, which is the old Sportster frame, and I was like, that's a young person. That's 100% a young person without going inside.
yeah,
I saw the bike and I was like, that is 100% a young person
Right.
on that bike, because there's no way that an adult in this environment would buy a Harley that they would consider to be a girl's bike
interesting,
and be above a certain age. And I went in there, and sure as fuck, it was like a 19-year-old dude.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's fascinating, actually.
Yeah. So fun little. Yeah. But yeah, a Harley. I mean, it could be any of the big bore. Like,
Yeah.
It's a soft tail, so it's going to be comfy. You can bag it out. You can do all sorts of stuff. But that was the idea.
That is so fascinating. Now, like, I'm now thinking about it. Like, how do you market to like, you're the same company selling the same product?
Well, we can see them trying to do that with the Pan Am and the Sportster S. They're trying to be like, hey, look.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
The old guys
inside
get
of
their
the
trikes and their...
Right. Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, I do understand that, like, that's one way that Harley can control it, but inside of that similar, and what we've been calling, like, the old school Harley pipeline, how do you market? Like, you market down here to an entirely different customer as here, but it's like the same engine, just bigger type shit.
Yep.
That's crazy. Really interesting point. All right, so pick 3. Here we go. Just to remind you guys, my first pick, the used MT-07. He AKA falls in love with naked bikes riding around the city. Next up, Chase picked Chase's Z900 anniversary, the 2022, this beautiful red. So now he's well inside of the I've got power on a naked bike. I'm sold here. So at this point, one of the things that happens with naked bikes is they... Thanks, Ghost. Appreciate that. Okay. No more preamble. Here we go. Final pick.
Yeah, of course.
Multistrada. The brand new 2023 Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally.
I knew it was going to be Multistrada. I knew it was going to be fucking Multistrada. And not even just because of the joke. I just knew that I could, from the other 2 picks, I'm just like, oh, he's doing his Amazon shopping list.
So, 2023 Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally just released today. It's a Multistrada. What else do you need? It has spoked wheels to going off-road. It has a new 30-liter gas tank. It's got the updated Skyhook suspension, which is absolutely nuts, which has increased travel up to 200 millimeters. and it's basically the off-road version of the Pikes Peak, all the goodies. Of course, just kidding, I would not do the Multistrada. It's too much of a joke. I'm choosing the 2020 Suzuki Katana.
Ew.
So,
Ew.
well, thanks.
Delete that. I like your first one.
So here's why I chose the Katana, because I do know it's kind of strange, because I checked Suzuki's website today.
It might be one of the uglier bikes I've ever seen.
We disagree with that. I think it's a pretty cool looking bike. So it is currently, if you guys are watching this in the future, it is September 29th, 2022. And on Suzuki's website right now, the latest model of the Katana is only the 2020. Which really gives, like, we haven't sold them, move. So please buy them vibe. But here's the thing. Of all of the naked bikes, they do all kind of have a look pattern to them. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Katana is like a naked bike. It's based on the Gixxer power plant, but it has this really cool vibe about it. At least in my opinion. Clearly it's a polarizing bike. You don't like it, that's fine. But this is kind of harping back on, he had a Suzuki that he kind of upgraded to that he liked. I think we all know a Gixxer engine is going to sound absolutely phenomenal, especially if it's detuned like these bikes typically are. They sound great. There's a plethora of exhausts if you want to go down I want my bike to sound loud. Now, the main reason that I chose this bike, and not this brand new GSX S1000 that I can show you guys, the reason I didn't choose this bike is because I think at this point, like, we're kind of looking at his, similar to your bike, this is his end bike. Like, his bike I'm gonna have just for a long ass time. And so we have the Katana here, but I want to show you guys the GSX S1000, which I think is a phenomenal looking motorcycle. The problem is this bike, it looks like every other naked bike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It fits the vibe, which I totally get. Like, if I was a company and I wanted people to buy my bike, I would do that same thing. I would slightly modify this tiny headlight, big gas tank comes up, rider sits comfortably. I think a lot of people that buy this GSX S1000, I haven't got to ride it yet, so I haven't ridden the Katana either, but I have ridden a lot of Gixxers. I've ridden the GSX S750 back in the day. I think the guy's going to probably want like a different, unique vibe, because here's the thing. I've never seen a Katana on the road. But if I saw a Katana on the road,
that says something.
True, but I mean, like, well, there's like lots of like supply chain issues right now, so we're not seeing a lot of brand new bikes. But
yeah, that's it.
I will say, every time I've seen a Katana in the dealership that we work with, it's always caught my eye. So I think there's something really cool about that. It has this old school vibe to it.
It just looks like they took the front end off of a four-wheeler and put it onto the front of it.
I don't know, man. I really like the angular lines this thing has. It does come in a black model, but I don't know. Like, a bike like this. So this bike is kind of like the XSR 900. Normally, a blacked out bike has a vibe that's really cool, but sometimes the lines of a motorcycle really lend.
Well, that's the way I felt
to
about the
being,
Tracer 9GT when we saw it in a solid color.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's a fucking good looking bike. It's
some colors just really work with the lines.
Like black and silver thing that I didn't like.
Yeah, so and
I
you
don't
would
like
think
either one of these.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
It's literally the front end. I know they're trying to be. It's the nostalgia of it to keep.
Yeah, it does look very much like the old one, which I think is cool.
Definitely 100% looks like they took the headlight off of a dual sport bike and then slapped it on the front of the GSX 1000.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. I really thought, I'm honestly surprised as somebody, like, all we do is motorcycle shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're in this market a lot.
I've never seen one of those on the road.
I've never seen one on the road, and I'm honestly surprised because the reactions we get from the XSR 900, which is another retro inspired motorcycle, is like, any video we put out on that bike does great. Yeah. So people, I feel like there's a market for also, like old school bikes.
The XSR, I don't know anything about. I mean, it's a Gixxer, so it's like.
So the Katana is based. So when I thought for a while, I thought that this had a 1200 in it. It's got a Gixxer 1000 engine. It is essentially the same.
GSX 1000, but with a
This is the retro GSX 1000.
Yeah. So this is like, okay, so the UK version of the FZ6R was a half-fared version of the bike.
Right.
That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
It does, for me, it feels a little unfinished. It definitely feels like a GSX 1000 that they slapped this headlight on to make it look cool.
I think that honestly the issue with this bike might have been that they marketed it wrong.
Yeah.
Because if I as a rider and know
Nobody
the market,
knew it was coming out until like
right
pretty close to when they announced it. So
yeah,
like,
I'm which is sad because like it's got a blackout exhaust, the engine's blacked out, and then so like this highlighted silver at the top.
I'm all for retro. I just feel like me.
I don't know, man. I would love to ride it. Look at that photo. Like it photos so well. And we're talking about a Suzuki bike, which I've been pretty harsh with Suzuki like in the past, but if I think they're doing something good, I want to call that out. And I think the Katana is. I'm shocked the bike didn't do better. Clearly, and the reason I'm saying that is because
it hasn't done better.
They haven't. They have
we
not
always
updated
see
it.
them at the dealerships.
I mean, it could have totally been like, hey, let's try something retro, and then like, oh, that didn't do well. All right, scrap it. Yeah. So it is what it is. That's kind of where I think he's going to be.
Well,
you're not going to be touring a lot.
Find out.
Oh wait, yeah. We get to find out now.
We get to find out. Where is it, Ghost? What is it?
I updated the image there.
Okay, you did. It is a naked bike. Nice.
Oh, definitely be a naked bike. Oh, so he didn't say the bike. Okay, so.
Well, then you have your pick because that's all you chose. So take one of those three.
You're welcome, Jeremy.
You're correct on one of them.
Yeah. Honestly, like I would bet $50 Jeremy gets an MT-07.
Yeah.
Because if you want to upgrade to a naked bike and you want to dip your foot into it, I don't know how you get a better bike. And the reason I say that is because it's a price versus what you get factor. Mm-hmm. It is hard. In 2021, you probably remember the video we did. Yeah. The MT-07 is the best bike of 2021, the updated MT-07. The one I've been talking about that I rode a lot.
Yep.
It is such a good bike for having a fun time on a motorcycle. Yeah. Which, throw all the high speed shit out of the way.
That's the same reason I enjoyed the T7, like riding in around. Yeah. It's like that motor, that simplicity of it.
I have still yet to ride a T7. I cannot wait.
The entire show with this in my hat.
You have, and I've tried so hard to not look at it. Like it's hard to, but
free advertising, bro.
Yeah. I honestly think Jeremy's best bet is start with an MT-07 because here's the thing: if he goes with MT-07 and he doesn't like it, the naked bikes are not for him, and that could totally happen.
Yeah.
But I'm putting money on. I'm putting a sticker down. Jeremy, I think MT-07 is your next bike. Given that history, given that you care about city riding, which like, how do you? Thank you. Looked out on that one. You started really sketching me out with like the cruiser side and your descriptions of why you did the Honda 1100, and I was like, yeah, damn it, it's gonna happen again. Yeah. It's gonna happen again. Where
this time you were on the right side.
To
of the
be
fence.
fair, the last 2 episodes of Path to Upgrade, because Ghost always does the redacted stuff.
Yep.
I think every time me and you have gotten, because most time people will say, I'm thinking of this. Me and you have gotten pretty fucking close. Yeah. So I feel pretty good about that. Yeah. Now, granted, Jeremy, we don't know what he's going to pick. Jeremy, if you're watching, it would be fascinating to know what you do end up picking. Just to kind of get like here's what we thought, here's what he ended up with. It would kind of be cool to do a little update on a future episode of Live on Two Wheels. Okay, so
I'll send you a sticker if you pick one of the bikes I chose, just to spite it.
Make a thousands of dollar decision so you can get a 50-cent sticker.
You won't regret it.
No, honestly, no. I don't think there's a single bike on here that if he would, especially the Multistrada Rally. By the way, that got launched today. Nice. So thanks, Ducati, for like, of course, the day I have to research stuff, I'm like, oh, Ducati made a...
Stop moving your mic.
Ducati made a dirt-focused Multistrada with the V4 with all of the fun shit that the Pikes Peak has in it.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you guys this. I told Beau this week or last week. I thought I felt like my circle of ADV was getting smaller and smaller, and I think I had it down to like 2 or 3.
Yep.
And I don't know what happened recently, but it's all out the window now.
Yeah.
Whoa, hello.
You keep touching your fucking microphone, and then it ruins everything.
All right, so you can't tell people what I was, actually saying it like that might destroy it. I was doing research on a specific ADV bike, and Beau looked behind, because like me and Beau work next to each other now, and Beau goes like this. Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Yep.
I've built that bike out.
More manufacturers like Indian has a great configurator. Like the configurators you can do for bikes. I've wasted hours. Hours
Indian
of my
does
life.
a really good job with that because you can rotate it.
It's
and
all
shit.
like real time. Yeah. Harley used to have a really good one, and then they got rid of it.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, why?
Interesting.
It was so I could literally spend hours there. I know it's a waste of time because you're not buying it, but like,
Right.
you know.
Anyway.
That's what I did with the Tiger to figure out what accessories I wanted from the factory.
Oh, Triumph.
yeah, but
same thing?
it's not as good. It's like a.
You can hear the disappointment in your voice of like, I would have loved to watch it and turn around.
I don't know what kind of pull we have, but if there's any way I can get Triumph to update their configurator to be more all-encompassing in 3D, that'd be really nice.
But you already have the Triumph, though. You're. They don't care about you. They care about people like me who are about to buy a bike.
Yeah, you want the best configurator you can get. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you gonna gain from them changing their configurator?
a riding buddy.
You gonna get that 1200, bud? All right. So meme time, ladies and gentlemen.
How's your battery?
Battery's doing great. Okay. So Jeremy, hope you enjoyed that episode. Hope that stuff helped. But with him riding a Ninja 300, hopefully this episode helped a lot of you guys. So if you're in that same situation as Jeremy, let us know. We need to do more path to upgrades. Okay, so I am going to go to. Can you see the screen, or do I need to have it in a way that you can see?
Sorry, I had to come out.
Yo. Okay.
Were you holding on to that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna go over to our Discord. If you guys want to check it out, we're gonna see what memes we got dropped. Smart stickers seen on TV.
Nice.
Oh God, Andy, I really hope that's not your number. Certainly that's not his number.
I don't think it is.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well if it is, I'm so sorry. Also, I didn't do that, right? Like my eyes can't do that. Okay, we're gonna pretend they can't. Last week on Live on Two Wheels, more memes. Let's go to Discord. Oh, time to leave.
Yep.
It wasn't time to leave. My laptop just dead.
And then it was time to leave.
Oh, yeah, we did run late. No, it was time to leave. It was por Canalistos.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about last week.
Let's just do this. So I can see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty accurate. Oh, God. Can you read that so you can be next to your microphone?
When you've had a ride sticker since 2017, and you gave Chase your last smart sticker, so you make a guilt trip meme to score an LTW sticker.
I think for the CEO of Smart Industries,
That's a dope helmet, by the way.
I think we can make that happen. Also, that is a dope helmet.
What the fuck is that?
We need
helmet?
information on what helmet you have.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I remember that.
Indian of Chattanooga Demo Day, October 7th through the 8th, featuring a carbon, FTR carbon. Oh, couldn't read. We'll be there, Will Boner and Chase. Have you ridden the carbon one?
No, I have not ridden the carbon one.
I love the FTR,
it's
and I think it is a
Have you ridden the new
phenomenal-
one?
No.
It's great.
Hey, Indian. I would love to ride. I don't give a fuck if it's a carbon or not. I want to ride that FTR.
Yeah.
I've rode one
I will
in
be
Pennsylvania.
preparing for a trip then, so no.
Oh, sad times. I have no plans for doing that. But we do have a pull with Indian, so we might. I need to see if we can get an
Wait,
FTR.
I'd like to come in the shop from them.
We sure are. Yeah.
That'll be a fun one.
So maybe next year we'll try to get an FTR in the shop. I would absolutely love that.
100%. It's great.
You can do it.
Yes.
You can do it, Beau. Do it. That's what he's saying. You can do it, Beau. Do it. You can. Can you read his lips?
No, I got it.
Okay. Hey, that looks like a Saunders, but that's not.
No, it's a
What is
Trials.
it?
Looks like a Trials bike.
When Cassette sends it on a Trials bike.
KST. Chase T. It's supposed to be Chase T.
Ah, no, it's Cassette.
Cassette.
His new name is Cassette. Will Beau and Chase 2W come ADV with Chase T and Goonie? Or is C2W scared? Seriously, though, it'd be TW200. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
You guys know ADV bike coming circa 2023.
Yeah.
We can have conversations then. Beau has regaled me with his travels, so I'm very jealous. Oh, God. How to lose subscribers. I'm going to have to let you go make a clickbaity video. Yeah, I mean, did it happen? Apparently it did.
It did in different verbiage.
Oh, God.
No, no.
Delicate. Seriously, also another way to lose
That
subs.
face.
Yep.
Spite's,
Pretty much.
Spite's killing it, though. He's
Spite's face says it all. No, Spite's Corner. Spite's channel is doing great. We love to see it.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't subscribed.
He also, like, through the influx, got this, like, renewed sense of, like, vigor, and he's been going at it hard.
I
fucking
love
to
that.
see it.
I haven't had time to watch any of the videos, but I've seen like a couple pop up, and I'm super happy for him. I've only met him like that one time, but seems like a super great guy. So, Spite's Corner on YouTube.
Spite's Corner.
He doesn't need any help from this little show, but you know, Smort
still rolling.
Still? That's the sill.
Still.
Smort's still rolling.
Yeah.
Is this you?
Yeah, that's me.
Why are you looking all gangster on this? And why does it look like? Why does it look like Goonie and Andrew are like?
I think.
What these guys look like they're about to like take us out, and Ghost is going to be like the overlord, like watching things happen.
That's funny.
Who is this? He's an asshole, sir.
Yes.
I freaking love this movie. I've never seen. Man, fuck y'all.
Do you know what movie it is?
Nope. Look at the red motorcycle. Everybody, focus.
Sit on the anniversary edition.
When Goonie drove an hour to sit on the Goonie, you've sitting on it. You've
sitting on it.
Sat on it?
Yeah.
You're sitting on it. Bro.
God, if only there was a word for the.
If only.
For having done a sit.
Sucks. Made me think of talking to Oreo or something.
You did a sit, bud.
You did a sit. Oh, that bike. Oh my good God. What the hell?
Goodness gracious.
This is an MT-07? Wait, this is not canon.
What is that?
There's no way this is. Oh shit.
Okay. That is a big old boy.
I stand corrected. Moto Cannon. Holy shit.
Well, what the...
Bro, what
did you do?
What did you do?
Also, I love that it looks like a Crayola box threw up all over your bike. You look like a Power Ranger. Like when the Megazord comes together.
I think he needs to go full bore. We need the full rainbow.
Yeah.
So we have red, orange. We need yellow.
No, we have red,
green,
red, yellow, blue. Is there any green on there?
No green. So we need green and we need purple.
Yeah.
And we need yellow. Unless that's an orange. We can't really tell.
You're thinking about a rainbow. I'm thinking about Power Rangers.
Oh, sorry. You got two options, Moto.
Or Voltron, if you're an old fuck like me.
Confirmed. Okay.
Confirmed, am old fuck.
That's such a great response.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
That's amazing.
Holy shit. Where is this at? Wait, hold on. Who posted this?
That's Moto Cannon.
Moto Cannon? Oh my goodness, dude. You got to see one of these KTM race bikes?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
That thing looks sick.
I don't even care that it's got those gigantic wings on it. You know what I mean?
I would not want to ride this around a track, but like the 1% of me feels like I want to. Yeah, I don't feel like I would.
1% is trying to kill the 99% of you. That's
I can barely ride an R7 around a track, so I'd probably kill myself on that. But yeah, when your buddy says he saw a ton of deer tracks on the road going for miles, that's actually hilarious.
That's fucking hilarious.
So guys, if you're just listening, we're looking at like the treads of a really huge tire, and in the middle of it, it looks just like deer feet. That's hilarious.
That's funny. I want to do that, but with Bigfoot feet.
Oh my God, you can't do that in Georgia, dude. These people take you seriously.
This Bigfoot is just tearing up these roads.
Oh snap, hold on. We have an update on inspiring success through simplicity. Look at the new Smort stickers.
I like that.
Very cool.
I don't know. I have to look through my stickers because I don't know where mine went.
Aw, sad times.
Yeah. I have a pile of stickers that I've gotten recently. So
Cool. And that's the end of it, guys.
Nice.
Actually, little update. You guys might have noticed this little sticker on the wall. Placeholder. Because I want, and I sent a message out to a company today. I don't know when it'll happen, if it'll happen, but...
Are we getting a neon sign or are we getting a LED sign?
I want a neon sign, not LED. I want it neon of the Live on Two Wheels logo. I did notice that it might be hard to make the Live on Two Wheels logo in neon.
That's why I was saying.
So I'm interested to see if maybe they can use their artistic abilities to be like, we can't make exactly that, but even if it was like kind of close, it would still be kind of cool.
That's why I was saying the LED thing, because then you could just do the back plate and then put the white stuff would be the
That's actually a fair point.
Glowy.
Might have to look into it. Anyway, the set continues to grow. We have cool plans for this place. It will not continue
I'm just gonna have to
be white.
have my stuff delivered here because I can't carry it on the bike.
Please do, though. You going down 75 with a 5-foot palm tree, a fake palm tree, just like blowing in the wind. That would be fucking hilarious.
No leaves on it.
Okay, so before we get out of here, we have to talk about next week's episode.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we know what next week's episode is going to be. We have friend of the show, Joe Jackson, coming in.
Yes, sir.
We are working on a really cool video with Joe. He is about to do some awesome stuff.
For those of the who don't know,
Joe's the guy that did
sent him to Isle of Man.
Isle of Man. Yep, same guy.
Yep.
And next week, we've got a lot of filming to do with him for what could be the coolest video we do of the year, because it's serious shit.
Yeah.
Joe is not fucking around when it comes to motorcycling.
That dude's legit.
Anytime Joe talks about motorcycles around me, I'm like, wow, I make a living doing this, and I feel like I am inadequate. The man does such cool shit.
Yep.
So that should be a really fun episode. We get to test out the set for having a guest, which is the whole point of making the set.
Oh, it's so cute.
Tune in next week to see our conversation with a moto photo journalist and see how crazy it gets. Wow, wow, wow. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week, a great weekend. Make sure to go subscribe over to Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel if you guys want to watch this after the fact if you can't catch us live. And remember, somebody's getting a sticker sent next week if you go on Apple Podcasts, search for Live on Two Wheels, and leave us a review. We'll see you guys next week. The poop from Trey makes it. Oh. Sponsor.